first of all, I know there have been a lot of thank yous made already, but on behalf of the Akandi and Vadlamani families, we would like to thank each and every one of you for being here and sharing this special day with my Akka and Prasad. I'm going to move over to the side so you can actually see them. All right. So whether you're local, traveled across the country, or trekked here from across the globe, we would like to extend our deepest and most sincere gratitude for your presence here. Also, to everyone working behind the scenes these past few days, weeks, and months to make today possible, we could not have made this happen without you. Thank you for all you've done, no matter how big or small. All of it matters. So, thank you. That said, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Prasanth. I am pavani's little brother, or Thomadou, and I have the privilege of having known the bride here for every waking moment of my life. As such, I sometimes know my Akka better than she knows herself. And I definitely know my Akka far better than she would like to admit to herself. This puts me in a very unique position to tell you, Prasad, exactly who you have chosen to marry and spend the rest of your life with. Akka, I can feel your anxiety rising from here, but don't worry. I'm only going to tell the truth. Prasad, my Akka is an unprecedented maelstrom of intelligence, ambition, strength, and creativity, all wrapped up in a petite little package that can scarcely contain it all. Her cup spilleth over. Her mind works like string theory on steroids, vibrating at every possible frequency at once, branching out in every possible direction simultaneously, which I'm sure you discovered after your first conversation together. My Akka is a fiercely goal-driven woman. She has fought and struggled and sweat and bled for every single accomplishment she has achieved. That wasn't a joke, Akka. I really believe this. Stop laughing. That was serious. And throughout all of that pain and hard work, she has never once forgotten or cast aside the values of charity and generosity that our Amma instilled in her. My Akka is a force of nature that cannot and will not be tamed. But from our time together, Prasad, be it sharing war stories over beers at the saucer, bonding over the love we share or have for the women that we've chosen, schooling each other at pool, yes, or trading off guitar skills on Guitar Hero, while gorging ourselves on an ungodly amount of calories that I don't really think either of us will ever be able to burn off in our lifetime, dude. Like, it's just not gonna happen. It's a really good thing that dad bods are like hot right now. Like that. So from our time together, I know that my Akka is not some trophy for you to gain. She is the partner you have been waiting for, and you are the partner that she has deserved for so long. You possess the kindness, the patience, the generosity, the patience, the intelligence, the patience, the respect and understanding required to truly and utterly love my sister for who she is at her core, and to devotedly honor her from this day forward. Also, I would be doing you a grave injustice if I downplayed the fact that she actually listens to you, which is amazing. I honestly never thought I'd see that day. So, I haven't quite decided yet whether it's more luck or bravery that brought me to this moment in time. But I'm truly relieved to know that my Akka is in such capable and genuinely caring hands. And it's not just me. Like, my father adores you, man. You're his buddy.
Hello, buddy.
Buddy. And my amma would have been overjoyed to see her Mudlukutru so content and happy and full of life as she is when you two were together. Long story short, I couldn't be more proud to have you as my brother. Okay, I have to talk to you. Oh my gosh.
I didn't give you a kiss.
I know.
No. Not right now. That's hanky-panky.
Abba. Okay. So, Akka, and I promise I'm almost done. I really do. Akka, despite our disagreements and our divergent approaches to life, I love you. And I'll continue to be here when you need me, even though, like, this entire week I've been joking about how you're his problem now. If you couldn't tell, I'm extreme, and I mean, I'm half joking, but you are his problem now, but I'm still there. If you couldn't tell, I'm extremely proud of everything you've achieved on your own. And I really can't wait to see what amazing things you two will accomplish together. So, congratulations to both of you. Now, make me some nieces and nephews to spoil. Now that I'm done ranting, it is my pleasure to introduce Prasanth Akka up right now.
Yeah!
Hi. Hello, brother.
Baby.
Baby son.
Oh, yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aparna. I am baby son's older sister. And I just wanted to start off by saying good evening. Saying also thank you so much for being here to celebrate Prasad, KP, and Pavani's wedding with us. It's very heartwarming to see friends and family all here to show how much they love my baby brother and Pavani. As an older sister, I've gotten to see Prasad grow up and into a confident and successful young man. It didn't always start out that way, though. When we were younger, our parents moved around a lot. We moved to about 11 different states in probably 6 years, all over the country. And a lot of times, Prasad was my responsibility to entertain. Well, when we moved to Washington State, I thought, finally, I just turned 12, I thought, finally, I don't have to take care of my brother. He's old enough, he'll be fine as it is. Little did I know that I was going to be wrong about that as well. My mom told me to take him everywhere I went. So he went to Girl Scout meetings with me. He went to my friends' sleepovers. But the ironic thing was that all of my friends became friends with him. And he is, and was, always has been, one of the most friendly, genuine, and caring people. But my friends, did they have to like him so much and actually like him more than me? You know, it was kind of, well, let me just say, it wasn't exactly the best feeling in the world. But as we got older together, I realized that is one of the best things about my baby bro. He can take any situation and turn it into pure comedy. Pavani, it's a good thing that you and my brother found each other. Badlamani fun fact. Prasad and I love 80s movies. Okay, and with that said, Pavani, you are the wax on to his wax off. Do your wax on, wax off? You are the wish to as you wish from Princess Bride. And you are the wind beneath his wings. Now that's a shout out to Beaches. That's one of my parents' favorite movies. Last but not least, I'm keeping it short and simple. My advice to both of you is that some wise person said at our wedding, there is no better half, there is only a better whole. And on behalf of Keshav, can you come up?
Yeah, buddy.
His nephew, we would like to say,
Hey, bro!
and please raise a glass. We are so excited to welcome Pavani to this family. We love you, Pavani. We love you, Prasad. And we love P squared more than ever. Oh, I also must introduce my husband, who's going to also be giving a little speech
Yeah.
on baby son.
All right.
Introducing Sharing and Arsaman.
Thanks, everyone. So I'd like to thank all of you for coming here to celebrate with us tonight. We've had a wonderful 4 days here in the Dallas area. Thank you all for the hospitality that you've shown. Pavani, welcome to the family. You and I guess, have married into the Vadalani family. So we have something in common there. And you have married into a loving, warm, caring family with a wonderful, very friendly, adorable brother. Well, my brother at least. And we're very happy to have you here. I have, I guess, a unique perspective on KP. We all know Prasad by very many names. He's known as Prasad by most of his friends and family. When he's at the bar, he goes by KP. But when he's at home, he's known as Baby San. Now, most people, when they meet Prasad for the first time, they see a very warm and friendly side to him. I actually had a little bit of a different introduction because he found out that Aparna and I were dating. So I actually ended up getting a roast on our first meeting. But we got past that pretty quick, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Over the years, I've grown to love Prasad like the warm and friendly brother that most of us all know him to be. And in fact, over the years, I've learned a few interesting facts about Prasad, which, Pavani, I'd like to share with you today. I call him KP first. No matter how hard you try, you can never wake him up before noon. We've even sent Keshav in to jump on him, and it still has no effect. I've never seen someone so talented at selling. KP always sells. It's literally in his blood. And, an example of the stories that he would tell on how he had to go to the library and study with his friends at 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. And, these are very intricate stories, well crafted. And I seem to recall the name Alex came up a lot in some of those examples. But just as good as he was at selling, he was just as talented at talking his way out of trouble. Like explaining why the library only closed at 3 a.m. and why he came home so late the previous night. I seem to recall the name Joe. Joe, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Lastly, but most importantly, I've never seen someone strike friendships so easily as Prasad. If you go to a bar with him, you're guaranteed to meet two new people and get to become best friends. He just has a natural way of melding with people. And that's what makes Prasad such a great, warm friend, true brother, and now to you, husband. To Pavani and Prasad,
May your days be filled with happiness, because pavani, you'll never stop laughing. May they be filled with love, because he'll never stop caring. And most importantly, and just once I'm sure all you Cowboys fans in the room can appreciate,
Yeah, we're listening.
for Prasanth's sake, may the Seahawks win the Super Bowl.
We them boys, how about them Cowboys? Bashar, don't pull that with me.
Keshav, come say hello. Thank you.
And Joe and Alex, there's 2 Alexes. And Joe and Alex both here. Love you, sis.
Thank you for those beautiful words. A friend of my cousin has been known to be the glue that holds a family together. Well, unfortunately, that glue got a little sticky, and that happens a lot with the 3 gentlemen I'd like to introduce next. Ajay Badlamani, and my brother Vikash Kara are here to tell you how they got KP into a little bit of trouble. So here we go.
Hello, everybody. Good night. Or good evening. Hi. I'm Ajay. I'm KP's older cousin, and KP could be 60 years old, and he'll always be my little cousin. All right. He's named after my dad, Kali Prasad. So that was kind of a shock. So I had a trip to go up to Utica earlier this week, and I managed to drive past York, PA, and it brought back memories of the first time I saw him, which was, this is how I remember things, and Prakash, you can back me up on it, was the weekend of the 1981-82 playoffs, where the Chargers beat the Dolphins in overtime, and that was the first time I'd seen him. So I have a few words about this. And by the way, I'm so happy. I met Pavani about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so, you know, I made some food there, and she is not a very strict vegetarian, which is great for me because I cook non-vegetarian food, and you know, like when Prakash comes over, he's a very strict vegetarian. I have nothing to make for him, so I'm very happy about it. All right, so there's just a few things. You know, we were supposed to do a roast of KP, but I figured this is probably more appropriate. If you want the roast, I'll be outside in the pre-function space. I'm not used to giving speeches that don't have to deal with building and fire codes. Okay, so KP, I made some notes here about KP's afro hiding things, so you might have to watch out. So make sure he keeps his hair short, because you don't know what he's going to be hiding in there. This will give you an idea, most of what I know about KP came as a kid, but it's kind of carried through, but he's clearly a man now, and we're all happy. Stealing a quarter, so when KP was very small, like a toddler, he used to come into my room and basically wait for me to wake up so I could play with them. And one time he came in and I saw him steal a quarter from my dresser. All right, and then I went down and confronted him about it, and of course he denied it. So he was 2. So he was wily even at a very young age. And then the other was faking an injury to get sympathy and money from his relatives. Yeah, he faked being burned on the thing and then showed the wrong hand, and it was very embarrassing. Let's see, I have a son, 5-month-old, named Vikram, and KP taught me an important lesson about changing. So Auntie Prema was changing him back at the house in Mountville, and I don't know why I was there. Okay, and KP peed on me, and then laughed about it. I remember that. And so after that, now that I have a son, I'm very cognizant of that issue. Okay, let's see, not a vegetarian, I think we all know that. A trip to Richland where we all went on a raft ride. We actually had him out, because he was the youngest, we had him out in a little dinghy, I think, going down the Yakima River. But the most memorable part about that was that we all ate lunch. Nice vegetarian lunch cooked by Auntie. She had a whole bunch of good food, and KP was not hungry. until he caught sight of an Arby's. And then all of a sudden his appetite came roaring back. Yes. Yes, and I could say as one of the two Christian cousins in the group where I'm not bound by any kind of dietary laws, it always amazes me what KP is willing to eat. Proposing the pavani. So the day of, he called me when I was at my parents' house and spoke to me for half an hour. Like clearly he was very excited, and I really shared his excitement for the first 15 minutes. And then the last 15 minutes, I kind of said, yeah, no, I was very happy for him. But after about half an hour, you'll know this, as KP is a salesman, right? So I was bought. I was sold on whatever was going on, and I thoroughly enjoyed and was very happy for him, and very happy to obviously meet Pavani. And one of the things I love about KP is his generosity. And so we have a picture, we couldn't find it, when he was a baby, he would actually feed me grapes. Like if you went up there, he'd feed you grapes. Pavani, you're getting a very generous, very open, warm-hearted man, and as his older brother, I'm so